Alright folks, we are here, it is time, and as you can see, GOODRA, that was his last mon. I was writing down what he had brought, and I had completely forgot because we had a quick DC issue, but as I'm leading off with Green Lantern, my Azelf, because it beat his 2 hazard setters, which is what I predict he will lead off with, and I can also get up my own hazards which will wear down that Charizard significantly. So let's get on into this and see what he's going to lead off with. I feel like we're going to see Seismitoad or Donphan just because it makes sense. It would make the most sense for him to lead off with one of those. As you see, I lead off with the Azelf as he does bring out the Seismitoad. Now, do I kill with Energy Ball? I should. I imagine I do. But I have these calcs open for a reason. I have Azelf, Green Lantern, and I have Seismitoad. Let's just go with the defensive set. Bring you down a level 50. Energy Ball kills. How much would a knockoff do with my Culver Berry? Because I know you get knockoff. I really just want to fire off an Energy Ball. I don't want to over-predict right now. So I'm just going to go for the Energy Ball. As he does stay in, we go for the Energy Ball. He does not have a Rindo Berry. And that takes out the Seismitoad. Fantastic. So Azelf KO Seismitoad. Sorry if you hear my dogs in the background. Azelf KOs the Toad. He brings out the Malamar. Now this is actually great for us, because we will live any one hit and knock this thing out with the Signal Beam. As here comes the Signal Beam, which is absolutely phenomenal, and we take out the Malamar as well. Azelf with 2 kills right off the bat. So that is 2 down. Immediately. 2 turns, 2 kills. Azelf the monster. As right here, he does bring out the Jolteon. Now, I no longer need my Azelf, but I do need Stealth Rocks. So I'm going to go for my Rocks here. He goes for the Volt Switch, that's just fine. It does a lot of damage. Even if he goes out into Charizard, we can still hit that thing with a Taunt to make sure that it can't start setting up. But Jolteon showed Volt Switch. As he brings out the GOODRA. So GOODRA comes out as we get up our Stealth Rocks. So we have our Rocks up. I can't switch Klefki in on this thing. I'm just going to go for... What do I need Azelf for? It would be nice to taunt the Charizard, but Excadrill kills it. Excadrill kind of just cleans... It doesn't clean up at this point, but it does huge amounts of damage to everything that's left on its team. What do I have that can take out the GOODRA? I do have Ruffles, which can do a lot of damage to the GOODRA, but we're not faster. So, I think the first thing that I really want to do is just go for the Energy Ball, or I'm going to go for Signal Beam because it will do more because it's not resisted. I just want to get off some damage on this thing and see how much we do. That did absolutely nothing. As he misses a Draco Meteor, so that's unfortunate, but I mean, we're doing negligible damage to him, so it doesn't matter that much. So he went for Draco. As right here, assuming he connects, he'll take us... Okay, so he's definitely Assault Vest, which is what I assumed he would be. He crits us, crit obviously doesn't matter. So that's going to be AV GOODRA. As GOODRA KOs Azelf. As right here, what do I want to bring in? I want to bring in Locksmith and start T-waving stuff, but I really don't want to take... I really don't want to take a Flamethrower, but I think I kind of have to, which is the sucky part. I also want to start getting up spikes. I really want to start getting up some spikes. So, I'm going to go for a spike first, because that'll help wear down that Jolteon, which can honestly just switch around on anything on my team except for the Excadrill, as he withdraws the GOODRA. So he probably thinks we're offensive, and he brings out the Donphan. Now, I don't like the fact that he has his Donphan in, as we do get up a layer of spikes. And he could Rapid Spin, or he could go for the Earthquake. He's not Leftovers, though, which makes me think he's, you know, more offensive. I'm going to go for the Magnet Rise first, because even if he goes for the Earthquake, I mean, even if he goes for the Rapid Spin, we can still get up more spikes. And the spikes are more important at this point, as he does try and go for the Earthquake. So we have one... I really want to write this down. We have one spike and rocks. So I'm going to go for the Dazzling Gleam here. As we do fire off that Dazzling Gleam, then we'll get to see what he's going to go for. That does a good amount of damage. He does reveal the Rapid Spin. However, we definitely beat this thing 1v1. I'm not worried about it. Now we have nothing and nothing, as we regain all of that damage with the Leftovers. I'm going to go for another Dazzling Gleam. He doesn't have anything that really wants to switch in on this except for the Charizard. And once we get rid of the Donphan, our spikes are here to stay. Spin. I have no idea what item he is. I don't think he's, he could be like Soft Sand or something like that. Or Expert Belt. I don't know. He's definitely not Assault Vest. Because if he was Assault Vest against our Klefki, as we bring him down nice and low, he does go for the knockoff here, which that wasn't a crit. That just did a lot. As yeah, if he was Assault Vest, our Dazzling Gleam would be doing a lot less. But right here, I'm just going to take out the Donphan, because then we can start spiking up. As he's Cussed at. Cussed at Ice Shard. So he actually, I don't think he was... Oh yeah, he's Cussed at. Obviously he's not Assault Vest. But he had Ice Shard and knockoff. Ice Shard and knock. And even if he brings out his Charizard here, I don't care. As Klefki takes out Donphan. Klefki, KO, Donphan. We have no hazards right now, which needs to change. Although any potential sashes on all of his Pokemon have been broken, except for Charizard, but that's Mega, so I don't really care. At this point, Excadrill kind of comes in and kills everything, as far as I can tell. It kills ZARD X, because he's required to Mega Evolve the first turn. It kills Jolteon, and it probably kills GOODRA, but I'm not 100% sure about that. GOODRA is really fat. And yeah, at this point it seems like we're in a good spot. However, I want to Thunder Wave that Charizard, and I want to Thunder Wave that GOODRA. We can't Thunder Wave the Jolteon, however, I don't really care about Thunder Waving the Jolteon, because we have our Scarf Excadrill in the back, which can easily just come in and Earthquake that thing to death. So, let's see what he brings in. We know Jolteon has Volt Switch. I think I saw his Jolteon have Life Orb. I'm not 100% positive. I think I remember seeing that. I'll know when he brings it in. But first he brings out the GOODRA, which I actually want a Dazzling Gleam for damage. I'm more worried about damaging this thing than I'm worried about getting up spikes. As that does nothing. And he goes for the Flamethrower. We live it. No burn. Electromagnetism wears off. Now I have an option here. I can go for a Spike or I can go for a Thunder Wave. Let me calc this. So, Excadrill. Shallow Grave. Against GOODRA. OU Assault Vest. Earthquake. Does Earthquake kill? Earthquake kills. So I'm gonna get up a Spike and let him kill me, because that Spike will help with the Jolteon. So GOODRA, KO, Klefki. As now, I actually outspeed with Druddigon if he is running the standard spread. But there's no point in doing that. I'm just going to go out into my Excadrill and click Earthquake, which will take out the GOODRA, it'll take out the Jolteon, and he's required to Mega Evolve on the first turn, so it'll take out the Charizard as well. We are adamant. We are max attack. This is going to be a dead GOODRA. As we go for the Earthquake, and it takes out the GOODRA. Alright. So Drill, KOs, GOODRA. He brings out his Charizard. We're going to click Earthquake again. If he's super bulky, he might actually live this. But I don't think so. Just because Excadrill hits so hard. He has Mega Charizard X. Let's say he's this set at level 50. He has a chance to live if he's the bulky Will-O-Wisp set. However, he's not going to take 2. That's the thing. Even with the burn, he doesn't take 2. And he'll go down to the next one. Although, it could be scary. Nope, goodbye. So Drill KO ZARD. And last but not least, we have this Jolteon. And, alright, so the Jolteon was not Life Orb. And that Spike does a nice little crispy bit of damage. Let's see if he's Scarfed. He could be Scarfed Jolteon, you never know. As he is not Scarfed Jolteon, and we EQ that thing, and Drill picks up the final kill. And that is going to be a victory for the Dallas Manectrics, a 4-0, way less close than our first week. That was, I don't want to say easy. I think we planned exceptionally well, and I think I played well. I think I got all the matchups correct. Fun fact, and I'll link this in the description. Right before I was gonna do this battle, I went and watched a video titled, where is it? Here it is. How to Win at Pokemon Competitive Analysis. And I know when I say it like that, it doesn't sound real, but it's a video from ThunderBlunder777. Like I said, I'll link the video in the description. And the first thing that he talks about is lead matchup. And in the league format, it's a lot easier to identify your best lead matchup because you know what your opponent has that they would most likely lead with. I knew he would only really lead with Donphan or Seismitoad, which is why I had my Azelf built the way that I had it built. And I also didn't want to over-predict first turn because I don't know how Johan plays, which is why first turn I went for the Energy Ball rather than a Taunt or a Stealth Rock or anything like that. I identified what I needed to do to win, and I did that. But that's going to be it. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. It's very much greatly appreciated. But with that, I'm going to get about. Best of luck to you out there. I will see you all soon. Goodbye.